Yo hunters, what's cracking? It's Lenny with Hunting Western Mass. How's it going? Thanks for supporting my page. Hey, I just wanted to talk to you about what's going on with the rut right now. If you listen to the so-called rut report on Field and Stream, they're saying that we're still in the seeking and chasing phase. I don't personally believe that's true. I think the bucks are starting to settle down with the does right now, which makes it a lot tougher for us. There's options though. You just have to adjust your hunting technique accordingly. There's when they say, like the Thursday before last, I was getting reports about bucks chasing does from Jim McKinney. So I know it's been about 2 weeks, and that's usually when about how long it takes before they lock on the doe. So what you got now is, it makes it a lot tougher, is you got these breeding parties where a buck and a doe, or maybe two, and you have a dominant buck that's locked on a doe, and he's probably got some subdominant bucks in the area that are trying to horn in on his action. Today I was out there. It was horrible conditions. It was cold. It was raining. The barometer was dropping, and I got out in the woods. I got out way in the woods, and I heard some clacking, and it was deeper out in the woods. I'm pretty sure there was no other hunter out where I was in the weather the way it was this morning. So I believe what I heard was probably a dominant buck that was on a doe, and a subdominant buck was maybe trying to horn in on his action, and he probably gave him a couple whacks, telling him, hey, look, this is my girl, keep away. And also, so what you got to fight now is with these breeding groups, what I call them, is now you're not just fighting one buck that's got a nose, that's on the move, that's all loopy. Now you're fighting like 4 or 5 noses that are in a breeding party. But that doesn't mean that the opportunities don't exist. Just the other day, a buck in Stoughton, Mass. Stoughton, Stoughtn. I don't know, the picture's on my page. Took a 200, I believe it was 268 pound dressed buck, and he's magnificent. Go to Hunting Western Mass on Facebook. You'll see the pictures. They're unbelievable. The thing is like a moose. It's just an unbelievable deer, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a state record for this year. It's a magnificent deer, and there's a lot of big bucks that are starting to be taken around Massachusetts. However, personally, between the reading that I do in Massachusetts, on other Massachusetts sites, and the talking that I do to other hunters, and what I personally see in the woods, I'm seeing the scrapes starting to dry up. I'm seeing the activity starting to dwindle down, which is leading me to believe that right now the bucks are definitely locking in on the does, and they're subjugating into those smaller breeding groups, and it makes it a lot tougher to hunt, but not impossible. Stand hunting, good luck with that. It's more, you're going to be more ground pounding right now. You got to get out there. The deer are going to be moving. They're going to be like in a central location, but they still got to get up and move and feed and eat. And the doe is going to be being harassed by the bigger buck, and the subdominant bucks are going to be trying to get in there, and there's going to be some activity and some action. You just got to find it, and you're not going to find it most likely sitting in one spot. That's one thing, is a lot of hunters go in, and they all go in and they sit in one spot, and nobody's out there moving the deer. So and everyone's like, oh, what's going on? Well, that's what's going on. So for me, it's going to be ground and pound, and Also, I'm looking yesterday. I'm finding the deer feeding up high on the ridges and up on the south facing slopes. They're up on the real steep stuff, and they suck down. And I said this on my last video. They suck down the acorns on the flats and where it's easy to eat. And then once those acorns are all gone, they have to go looking for other food sources. So they go up to the slopes where the acorns are, and you'll find acorn trees up high. They drop their acorns and they roll down the hill, and they'll leave these acorn stretches up these ledges. And what you need to do, or what my technique is going to be this coming week, is to get up on those ledges, to find the feeding areas that are down, get up above that where I can look down and wait for the deer to come through feeding. And that's going to be my pattern this week. I might do a little stand sitting, only because there's a big ass bear that I found is right next to my stand, and I'd like to get a whack at him before bear season ends. But as far as the deer go, that's my opinion on where the rut's at. But we do got post rut, we got second rut coming up to look forward to. But you want to get these deer before they get all skin and bones and worn out from all rutted out. They lose a lot of weight, and they get a lot thinner, right? If you can get a deer now, you're going to get him in his prime when he's bulked up. So I just want to share these things with you. And we got snow coming. I just made a video on tracking in the snow. Check out that video. I put a link on my page that goes to my Google page that has all my videos that I've made this whole season, so you can check that out too if you want. I'm gonna start really organizing this page a little more. I'm nominating some guys to step up, some guys that I really look up to, and that I think would be a great addition, as administrators and analysts for this page. So I'm going to ask them if they would like to, take a role in helping the forward direction and movement of this page. So again, that's my rut report for today, Monday. There's big deer out there, lots of them. Trail cams, like I said, the scrapes. I don't know what's going on. It seems like the scrapes dried up. I got cameras out and I'm not getting much, nothing like last year. Last year I was getting tons of good pictures, and I'm getting a few pictures here and there in from guys, but I don't know if it's more that the bucks are more leery, or they're, even if they're nocturnal, they should be showing up on the cameras. But we are getting some good bucks. We are getting some nice deer showing up, but I'm just not getting a whole lot of reports. And it might be because of the warm spell that we've had. Here it is. It's the middle of November. It's been warm, all the way up until now. Now the cold snap's starting, so now we might start seeing some more action with this cold weather. So it's a kind of a give and take thing, And so this is Lenny Kale, Hunting Western Mass. That's all I got for today, fellas. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one. Good luck. Happy hunting.